Level up your game. English for gamers. Introduction. You just started your favorite game. The music plays loudly, your character is ready, and your friends are waiting. What happens now? It's not just about pressing buttons. It's about talking to each other, making plans, and having a great time together. If you play a lot or just starting, you know the feeling of a good play, laughing with friends, and enjoying a different world. But sometimes, even when you're playing hard or planning, things get mixed up. A quick message is not understood, an important instruction is missed, or talking to a new teammate feels awkward. This can make the game less fun. Games today are played by people all over the world. You play with people not just from your town, but from many countries. These players speak different languages. In this big, global group, English is the language everyone uses. This is where it can be difficult. You might have great plans, be very fast at playing, and understand the game well. But if you cannot tell your team to go left, protect this place, or be careful of that side, winning, and more importantly, having fun, can be harder. That's why this book is here. We want to help you talk better. We will give you the English skills you need to not just play the game, but to be very good at it. Imagine talking easily with your teammates, understanding everything they say, and making your own plans without waiting. Imagine playing more smoothly, working better as a team, and having a more exciting and fun time. This is what Level Up Your Game, English for Gamers is about. The main idea of this book is game communication English. What does this mean? It's not just knowing regular English. It's a special mix of words made for playing online games, which are very fast. Think about the short words you and your friends use. Games have their own special words and phrases that mean something specific to players. We will look at these, like TG, which means good game, and AFK, which means away from keyboard. We will also learn words for actions, items, and plans. Knowing these words helps you sound like you belong, understand quick messages, and talk faster. It's also about the words you use to plan and work together. How do you tell your team to attack, defend, gather, or go to the side? We will show you clear and short ways to give orders and make suggestions. This helps your team work together very well, leading to more wins and less being upset. But it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. Being polite is important in games, just like in real life. We will see how to be a good teammate, how to talk about disagreements nicely, and how to make games fun for everyone. This helps you have better friendships with your teammates, makes games more fun for all, and can even bring more good players to your team. Think of it like learning how to use a new character's powers or learning the map of a new game. Game communication English is a skill that, when you learn it well, opens up new ways to play and talk. In this book, we will look closely at all these parts. We will start with the very easy things, then move to harder ways of talking, and see how to use them in different kinds of games. This is not just a school book. It's your guide to talking better and playing better. We will give you examples, chances to practice, and real game situations to help you learn and use what you read. Our simple goal is to help you talk like a pro, build strong teams, and have more fun and success in all your games. So, are you ready to make your talking skills better? Are you ready to find new ways to connect with your teammates and win the game? Let's start! 1. Learning English through video games. Playing video games is like stepping into a new world. It is exciting and fast, and there's always something to do. But when you play games with people from all over the world, you learn something important. Talking to them is key. And guess what? The language most people use in these amazing game worlds is English. Think about it. You want to tell your teammates where the enemy is. You need to ask for help. You want to celebrate a win together. All of this needs words. And the more you play, the more you will notice that a special kind of English is used in games. It is not quite like the English you might learn in a classroom. This is game communication English. It is the language of quick calls, smart plans, and friendly chats that make your games much more fun. This book is all about helping you get really good at game communication English. You will learn the special words, how to say things politely, and how to make sure everyone on your team understands you. Because when you talk well, you do not just play better, you have a much better time. Learning English through video games. Imagine this. You are deep into an awesome game, maybe a fast game where you shoot, or a big fantasy adventure. Your teammates are calling out where enemies are, telling you what to do, and sharing important tips. At first, it might feel like a lot to take in. Maybe you understand some words, but others are new, and the speed of it all can be a bit much. This is where the magic of learning through games really shines. Video games are not just about fun, they are actually great places to learn and get better at English. Because English is used for a real reason in games, to play the game better and to connect with other players. It is not like sitting in a classroom and memorizing words you might never use. In a game, you need to understand and speak English to succeed. This makes learning feel natural, almost like you are not even trying to study. Think about all the little phrases you hear or read. You might see GG at the end of a match. That is short for good game, a way to be polite after playing. Or maybe someone types AFK. That means away from keyboard, so everyone knows they cannot play for a moment. You will also hear OP, which means overpowered, when a character or weapon is too strong. And nerf means to make something weaker. You pick up these words because they help you understand what is happening in the game. They are like secret codes that unlock better game knowledge. When you learn these words, you instantly become a better player because you understand your teammates more easily. Games throw so much real English at you, and it is the kind of English people actually use. It is not always perfect grammar from a book. It is slang, it is short words, and it is words that are totally unique to gaming. Different games have their own special language. In a role-playing game RPG, you might hear about DPS, which means damage per second, or AoE for area of effect attacks. In a fighting game, you might hear about CC, which means crowd control, like stopping an opponent. These are not words you would usually find in a beginner's English book, but they are super important for playing those games well. Learning these terms is like getting a special key to a secret club, and it is not just about speaking or typing. Games help you get much better at listening and reading English too. When a teammate quickly shouts, "He's one shot," in your headset, you have to understand that right away to know the enemy is almost defeated. You need to listen carefully to understand instructions from your team leader. You also read things all the time in games, messages from other players, descriptions of items, or stories about the game world. All these moments are small English lessons happening without you even realizing it. You are not just reading words, you are reading them to make a decision in the game. What about actually practicing speaking and writing? Every time you type a message in the game chat, you are practicing your writing. Even a simple "need backup at B" in a shooter game is a practice sentence. When you use your microphone to say "let's push mid," you are practicing speaking. These are real, useful sentences that help your team win. The more you do it, the more comfortable you become. You start to think of the right words faster. Your sentences get clearer. It is like practicing a sport. The more you play, the better you get. The biggest reason games are so great for learning English is that they are incredibly fun. When you are having a good time, you want to get better. You are motivated. If you want to understand the funny jokes your teammates are making, you will try harder to learn their slang. If you want to explain your brilliant strategy to your team, you will work on saying it clearly. This feeling of wanting to improve because the game is exciting is a super powerful way to learn. It is not a chore, it is part of the adventure. So, how exactly does this happen? How does playing a game turn into learning English? It is all about talking to each other. In a classroom, you might listen to a teacher or read a book. That is mostly quiet, you are getting information. But in a game, you have to talk to each other. You have to answer. You have to communicate. Let's think about that first question. How does the talking to each other part of video games make learning English more effective than learning from books or in classrooms? Well, imagine you are learning about directions in a textbook. You might read sentences like, "Turn left at the next corner." That is okay, but it is just words on a page. Now imagine you are playing a driving game or an adventure game. Your teammate says, "Go left at the big red sign." You see the red sign, you turn left, and you reach your goal. The action of turning left in the game makes the instruction real and easy to remember. You connect the words left and red sign to a real thing you see and a real action you take. This connection is much stronger than just reading a sentence. In games, you are not just memorizing lists of words. You are using words to get something specific done. You need to understand enemy spotted to hide. You need to say "I need healing to stay alive." These are not just English practice sentences. They are survival sentences in the game. If you do not understand or are not understood, there is a direct result. You might lose the game, or your team might lose. This makes you really want to pay attention, to listen, and to speak clearly. Learning in classrooms often focuses on perfect grammar and full sentences. But in games, talking needs to be fast and useful. This is why short words and slang are so common. If you tried to type out "I require assistance at my current location because I am being attacked by multiple opponents in a fast game," it would be too late. But typing "help surrounded," or even just "help," gets the message across right away. This teaches you that good talking is not always about being perfect. It is about being clear and quick. You learn to focus on the most important information. Also, the situation in a game is always changing. You are not just doing the same practice exercise over and over. You are reacting to new situations, new opponents, and new challenges. This constant change means you are always using English in a slightly different way. You are adjusting. This kind of learning that is always changing is much more like how we learn our first language, by practicing and adjusting all the time in real-life situations. Now let's look at the second question. What are specific examples of how understanding game-specific English slang, short words, directly leads to better teamwork and smarter decisions within a game? This is where game communication English really shows its power. Let's take the example of OP, overpowered. If your team knows a certain character is OP, they might decide to try and ban that character before the game starts if the game allows it. Or, if banning is not an option, they will plan to fight against that OP character. They will know to avoid fighting them alone and to try and fight them with more people. This is making smart decisions based on understanding a piece of game slang. Think about AOE area of effect. In a fight with your team, a player might shout, "Watch out for their AOE." This tells everyone to spread out. If they all stand close together, they will all get hit by a powerful spell that hurts a large area. Understanding AOE helps players avoid taking a lot of damage, which keeps them alive longer and allows them to keep fighting. This directly affects who wins the team fight. Or think about short words like DPS, damage per second, and healer. In many games, teams are made up of different jobs. Knowing who the DPS is means knowing who is supposed to be doing a lot of damage. Knowing who the healer is means knowing who to protect so they can keep the team alive. If a healer is being attacked, the DPS players might stop attacking the enemy and start protecting their healer. This working together driven by understanding jobs described with specific game terms, is very important for winning. What about simple calls? In a game like Valorant or CS:GO, a player might see an enemy and quickly say, 1B, pushing. This means there is one enemy at the B area and they are moving forward. This information allows the rest of the team to get ready to defend, set up ways to attack from different sides or move to help that area. Without that quick, clear call, the enemy might get through without being seen, leading to a loss. The short word B for a specific place, along with pushing, is a vital piece of game communication English that allows for an immediate smart reaction. Even something as simple as BRB right back can help team strategy. If a player types BRB, their teammates know they will be gone for a short time. They can change their plan. Maybe another player will cover their job, or the team might decide to wait for them before starting a big move. This stops confusion and makes sure the team keeps working together smoothly, even with someone gone for a bit. So, you see, games are more than just fun. They are active, talking classrooms. They provide a constant stream of real English, used for real reasons. By paying attention, by joining in conversations, and by actively trying to understand and be understood, you are naturally building your game communication English skills. You are not just learning words, you are learning how to use them well to play better, to connect with others, and to truly get to the next level in your gaming. It is a journey that is exciting, brings rewards, and is best of all, incredibly fun. Using games as a way to learn means that every match you play is a chance to become a better talker and a better gamer. 2. Communication skills in gaming. Hello, new game leaders. The Game Guru is here to help you get better at more than just your game skills. We will help you get better at talking. Think about your favorite games. Do you play alone in big worlds, or are you with a skilled group fighting big bosses? Most games are more fun with other people. To play well with others, you need to talk to them. This is where Game Talk English helps. This book will make your talking clear, smooth, and fun. We will learn how to talk to your team, make plans, and know what everyone says, even when the game is fast and wild. It is like having a secret trick for working together. Talking in games, picture this. You are in a big fight. Your team needs you. Suddenly, someone yells into their mic, "Enemy behind us." Go that way. But which way is that way? Is it left? Is it right? Or do they mean the way the enemy is coming from? A small mix-up like this can make you lose the game. It is a small moment, but it shows how much it matters to talk clearly in games. Most games you play, even if you play alone sometimes, have other people. Maybe you play with friends you know, or maybe you join a game with people you have never met. No matter who you play with, English is often the language that connects everyone. It is like a bridge that lets players from different places understand each other. Without this bridge, playing together can feel like trying to build something great with pieces that do not fit. This is why we are talking about Game Talk English. Remember our main idea? It is about using English to talk better with your teams, make plans, and have more fun. This is not just about knowing big words. It is about using words quickly and clearly so everyone on your team knows what is happening and what to do next. It is the special language that helps you team up, plan your moves, and understand each other without missing anything. One of the biggest things we will learn is how to be very clear. In games, there is no time for long talks. You need to get your message out fast. If you say "watch out," it is good, but if you say "enemy, behind the blue car, 3 of them," that is even better. It tells your teammates exactly where the danger is. This clear talking stops confusion. When everyone understands, your team can move together attack together, and protect together. It stops those moments where one player goes one way and the rest of the team goes another, leaving everyone unsafe. Think about it. When you play a game where you need to work together, like a team shooter or a big online game MMORPG, everyone has a job. The healer needs to heal, the attacker needs to attack, and the scout needs to find enemies. If the scout cannot clearly tell the team where the enemies are, the attackers might walk into a trap. The healer might not be ready to save someone who gets hurt. Clear talking makes sure everyone can do their job well, but it is not just about avoiding mistakes. Good talking also helps build a great team feeling. When you say "nice shot" after a teammate plays well, or "good job healing," you make them feel good. This makes them want to play better and stay happy. It is like giving your teammates a high five through the computer. It makes the game more fun for everyone. You start to feel like a real team, not just people playing the same game. This happy feeling can make a big difference, especially when things get hard in the game. It is the difference between a team that gets mad at each other and a team that cheers for each other. Let's talk about plans. Games are often won or lost by how well teams can plan and react. Imagine you are playing a game where you need to get a flag. Your team needs to decide who will go for the flag, who will guard the flag at your home base, who will create a distraction. All of this needs a plan. And plans need talking. You need to be able to say things like, "Okay, I will go for the flag. Alex, can you watch our base? And Sarah, can you make them look the other way over there?" When this talking is clear and fast, your team can move like a well-working machine. You can change your plan if the other team does something unexpected. If they attack your base, you can quickly say, "They're attacking our base. Alex, come back." And everyone knows what to do. This ability to react and change plans is a huge part of winning, and it all comes from clear English. Talking. So, what are the biggest talking problems you see in games? I have seen a few. One is always unclear directions. Like that "go that way" example. It happens so much. Another big problem is not giving enough information. Someone might say, "He's weak," meaning an enemy player has little health. But where is he? Is he near you? Near our base? Is he alone or with friends? Without that extra detail, the information is not as helpful as it could be. And last, there is too much noise. Sometimes, players talk over each other or say things that are not helpful, like yelling "nuo" when something bad happens. This can make it impossible for anyone to hear important information. Game Talk English helps us fix all of these. By learning special game words and short ways of saying things, we can talk faster. Instead of saying the enemy player with low health is near the big rock, we can say enemy weak, near rock. It is shorter, faster, and most players will understand. We will also learn how to be more exact with our directions and give the exact information needed. And we will learn when to talk and when to listen, so we do not cover up important calls. But it is not just about winning. What about the fun part? Good talking makes games more fun. When you can easily talk to your teammates, you feel more connected. You are not just playing a game, you are part of a team sharing an experience. You can joke, celebrate wins together, and even laugh at the silly mistakes you make. This makes playing for hours feel less like work and more like hanging out with friends. Think about a time you played a game with someone who was really good at talking to the team. They were clear, encouraging, and made sure everyone felt part of it. How did that make you feel? Probably more sure of yourself, more interested, and like you were really part of something. Now imagine being that person. That is what this book will help you do. It is about making you a better teammate, a better planner, and most importantly, a happier player. The social part of gaming is very big. Many friendships start in online games, and good talking is the first step to building those friendships. When you can talk well, you show respect for your teammates. You show that you care about the game and about playing together. This often leads to more happy moments, fewer fights, and a better gaming world for everyone. It makes the game world feel more real and more welcoming. Learning game talk English is not just about knowing words. It is about understanding people. It is about building trust with your teammates. When you can trust your teammates to talk clearly and they can trust you, that trust grows. This trust is what lets teams take bigger chances, try more difficult plans, and in the end, do more together. It is the base of any good team, whether it is in a video game or in real life. So, we have talked about why talking is so important. We have seen how unclear words can cause confusion in lost games. We have also seen how good talking makes teams stronger, smarter, and much more fun to be a part of. It builds friendships and makes the whole gaming experience better. Now that we understand why talking is the main part of a great gaming experience, let's look at the special words that make it all happen. In the next part, we will start building your words with the important game words and short ways of saying things that every player needs to know. Get ready to learn the language. 3. Importance of teamwork and strategy. Playing games alone can be fun, but playing with others is even better. A single good player is like one strong fighter. A team of players working together is like a big army. Teamwork helps you win. Many games are made for teams. You might need to grab a flag or protect a spot. You can't always do these things by yourself. Even the best players sometimes needs help. Someone might need to watch your back, give you health, or make a noise to distract enemies. A team that works well together can beat a team with stronger players who don't talk. English helps teams work well together. It's the language that lets players from everywhere understand each other. It helps you work as one. Games are not just about fast hands. They are also about smart thinking. Imagine attacking an enemy camp. One idea is to have some players make noise on one side, while others sneak in from behind. But everyone must know the plan. They need to know when to go, where to go, and what to do. Talking clearly is very important. Let's look at an example. In games like Valorant or CS:GO, teams might do a rush. This means the whole team runs to a spot very fast. If the leader says, "Let's rush B site," but one player goes to a site, or another player waits, the rush can fail. The other team might be ready. They might pick off the players who are alone. This happens because players didn't understand each other. The plan failed not because players were bad, but because they didn't talk or listen well. In games like League of Legends or Dota 2, players use ganking. This is when a few players hide and then surprise enemies. For a gank to work, players must move together. They need to know when to attack and when to run away. If the player who starts the attack doesn't signal clearly, or if others don't follow, the enemy will escape. The attackers might even lose. The plan needs to be told perfectly. This is where game English helps. It's the special language that makes hard plans easy to follow. It's about using words so everyone on the team knows what to do right away. In a fight, every second matters. You have to decide fast. So, using game words and short ways of talking is important. Instead of saying, "I am going to the north part of the map and I see an enemy there," a player might say, "North, one enemy," or "Rush B." This is very fast. It lets players share what they see quickly. Their teammates can then react faster. Imagine you are in a fight. You have low health and need help. If you have to type a long message, you might lose the fight by the time you finish. But if you can quickly say, "Healer, need heal," or "Cover me, I'm low," your teammates know what's happening. They can help fast. This speed helps teams win. Slow or unclear talking can make you miss chances. It can mean losing a game and having to start again. But it's not just about winning. Good talking also builds something more important: trust and happiness. When players can talk well, they feel like a real team. They understand each other. They feel heard. They know their teammates will help them. This feeling of being together is strong. It makes players want to work together, take risks for each other, and help each other even when things are hard. Think about it. If you never understand what your teammates say, or if they don't help when you ask, you get upset. You might feel alone even with others. This can make the game less fun. But when a team talks well, even if they lose, they can feel good about playing together. They can learn from mistakes. They will want to try again. Good talking, even when it's hard, makes players feel better. It makes the game more fun and less stressful for everyone. Not sharing English words, like slang or short words, can cause much upset. Even if you are a very good player, if you can't tell your team what you see or need, your skill doesn't matter as much. You might feel like you are playing alone. This can make you feel left out. It takes away the fun and makes it harder to get better. So, we have seen that teamwork helps you win and that plans need clear talking. We have also seen that fast games need quick English words, and that good talking builds trust and makes players happy. All of this shows one big thing. Learning game English is not just about words. It's about becoming a better player and making games more fun. Now that we know why teamwork and plans are important and how English talking helps them, let's look at the special words gamers use to do this. We will start with the most important game words. 4. Use of slang and abbreviations in games. Have you ever felt like you're playing a game with a secret code? You are in the middle of a busy game, and suddenly your friends on your team are saying short, quick words. You nod, trying to follow along, but sometimes it feels like you are missing something important. This is where the special language of games, which we call Game Talk English, is really useful. A big part of this special language is made up of short words and secret codes. Think of them as very fast ways to say things so gamers can talk to each other without stopping. When you are in the middle of a fight, a fast chase, or trying to plan your next big move, there is no time to write whole sentences. Imagine trying to tell your team that an enemy is right behind you by typing, "Hello friends, I want to tell you that there is an enemy player right behind my character." By the time you finish typing that, you would probably be looking at the game over screen. This is why short words and secret codes are so important. They are made to put a lot of meaning into just a few letters or a short sound. They are the best way to talk instantly, letting you share important news very quickly. Let's look at some very common secret codes you will see everywhere. You have probably already seen GG. This is short for good game. People usually say this at the end of a game, whether they win or lose, as a nice way to show good sportsmanship. It's a simple way to say thanks for everyone's effort. Then there is AFK, which means away from keyboard. If someone types AFK, it means they have left their computer or game console and cannot play for a short time. It is important for teammates to know this so they do not expect that player to answer or act. Another one is BRB, meaning be right back. This is like AFK, but usually means they will be gone for a much shorter time, like to get a drink. You might also hear that something is OP. This stands for overpowered. When players say a character, weapon, or special skill is OP, they mean it is too strong and might need to be made weaker in a future game update. Knowing these simple secret codes helps you understand what is happening in the game and what your teammates are trying to say, making you a much better part of the team. But it is not just about being fast. Short words and secret codes also help build a special kind of group among gamers. When you start using these words, You are not just talking, you are showing that you understand the game's culture, its history, and what players have experienced together. It is like learning a secret handshake that connects you to your teammates right away. It shows that you are not just a new player who came by chance. You are part of the group, someone who speaks the language. This can make you feel more sure of yourself and help you become friends with your team faster. Think about words like noob. This is a common short word for a new player, someone who is still learning how to play. While it can sometimes be used unkindly, it is often just a simple word to describe someone. Knowing this word helps you understand when others are talking about beginners. Then there is PWNed. This is a fun, often proud, way of saying you have completely beaten someone, usually in an amazing way. It is like saying I totally beat you, but with a game twist. You will also hear about games getting nerfed or buffed. A nerf is when a game maker makes something weaker, often because it was too strong, like that OP thing we talked about. A buff, on the other hand, is when something is made stronger. These words are very important for understanding game updates and what players think. When you start using and understanding these words, you are showing that you are not just playing the game, you are a part of the gaming world. However, like any language, game short words and secret codes can have different meanings. A word that is friendly in one game might be a bit rude in another, or a word might have a slightly different meaning depending on the situation. For example, rush can mean to quickly attack an enemy goal in one game, but in another, it might mean to quickly make your character stronger. This is why it is so important to listen and watch. Pay attention to how your teammates use words. Watch popular gamers on websites like Twitch or YouTube. They often use and explain these words naturally as they play. Reading game guides or online places for your favorite games is also a great way to learn the language. It is also smart to remember that while learning and using short words is good, there is a right time and place for everything. Sometimes, especially when you are just starting or playing with people you do not know well, it is better to use clearer, more normal English. Using too many short words or using them the wrong way can sometimes confuse your teammates more than it helps. It is about finding a balance. You want to be part of the conversation, but you also want to be understood. The goal of Game Talk English is to make your playing smooth and good, not to cause confusion. So, how can you actually get better at this? It is all about practicing and paying attention. Start with the most common and important words. For a fast shooting game, knowing secret codes like AoE area of effect, meaning an attack that hits a whole area, not just one person, HP hit points, how much damage you can take, and XP experience points. Points you get to become stronger is very helpful. In a game where you plan, like a MOBA multiplayer online battle arena, words like gank, a surprise attack by many players, and push moving towards an enemy goal are very important. When you hear a new word, do not be afraid to ask. A simple "what does word mean?" is perfectly fine. Most gamers are happy to explain. You can also keep a small notebook, either on paper or on your device, and write down new words you hear. After playing a game, you can look them up. This active way of learning is much better than just hearing words without trying to understand them. Slowly, you will start to learn them, and soon you will be using them without even thinking about it. It is like learning to ride a bike. At first, it feels unsteady, but with practice, it becomes natural. Let's think about a specific example. Imagine you are playing a game like Valorant, a popular shooting game. Your teammate might type in the chat, "Enemy B site, too low HP, need smoke." This has a lot of information. Enemy B site tells you where the danger is. Too low HP means two enemy players have very little health left, making them easy to defeat. Need smoke is a request for a special ability that creates a cloud of smoke used to hide from enemies and let your team move safely. If you did not know these words, you would be lost. You would not know where to look, who to try to defeat, or what your teammate needed. But with this quick message, you understand the situation right away. You can quickly react, perhaps by using your own abilities to help or by warning other teammates. This is Game Talk English working, helping you and your team win. Another example, this time from a game like League of Legends, a MOBA. Your teammate might point to a spot on the map and type, "Jungler coming for gank top." This means the player who usually stays in the jungle area between paths is heading to the top path to help with a surprise attack, a gank. They are warning the enemy on the top path and also letting their own teammate on the top path know to get ready. Without this quick warning, the enemy could easily get away, or your own teammate might be caught by surprise. This simple message, using common words, can completely change how a play turns out. The main idea here is that these words are not just random sounds or letters. They are tools. They are shortcuts that players have made over years of playing together. They are the building blocks for working well as a team in the fast world of online games. They allow for quick decisions, everyone knowing what is happening and working together. When you learn and use them, you are not just learning words, you are learning how to be a better, more connected member of your gaming team. You are improving your talking skills, and that, in turn, makes your whole gaming experience better. It is about making sure everyone understands each other, moves together, and has fun while doing it. Getting good at the secret language of gaming is like learning a secret handshake. It connects you to your team right away and makes your gameplay smoother. But just like any language, knowing when and how to use these words is just as important as knowing what they mean. This leads us to the next important part of game talk, making sure our conversations are always kind and good, no matter how fast the game gets. Conclusion: you started playing a game and felt a bit lost. The words flashed too fast. You picked up this book because you knew talking well in games was important, not just how fast you could click. You wanted to get better at English for your games. Now, you have learned game communication English. This helps you have more fun and be a better player. It's not just about words. It's about making friends and playing better together. You worked hard, and now you can play with your team better and enjoy games more. You learn short words like GG good game and AFK away from keyboard. You can use them now. This makes talking fast and shows you are part of the game. Remember, these words can mean different things in different games, so pay attention to learn them well. You also learned to be nice. You learned to say things like "nice try." To help your team, you learn to give ideas without making others upset. Talking with respect is important for a good game. You also learned how to handle hard times in a game and keep things calm for everyone. Saying things clearly is also part of game communication English. You can now say what you will do, like "I'm going left" or "I need help over there." Asking questions to plan is now easy, like "what should we do next?" This learning does not stop. Game communication English is something you will keep getting better at. Games change, and so does how people talk. Stay curious. Watch how good players talk. Listen to your teammates. Watch people who play games online. If you don't know a word, ask a friendly teammate. The best way to get better is to play a lot. Try to use nice words, clear talk, and smart phrases in every game. Join games where you can talk. After playing, think about what you said well and what you can do better next time. These talking skills will help you in many parts of your life. Now you have the tools of game communication English. You can not just play the game, but be a real part of it. Think about how good it feels to follow a plan because you talked well, or how good it feels to make friends by playing together. You can help make games nicer for everyone. So, start your game and use your game communication English. More fun, more friends, and more wins are waiting. Have fun playing, and may you always talk clearly and win a lot.